New York City high schooler is hoping his book spreads the word about the realities of war. Finding Messi, the miracle cat from Kiev, was written by 17-year-old Trevor Osfeld and his co-author Irina. It tells the story of Irina and her cat Messi. It's a true story after her family abruptly left Kiev. When Messi gets left behind and goes missing, she rallies the community to help. Co-author Trevor Osfeld joins me now. Good morning to you. It's so good to see you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
What a story. Tell us about how this book came about.
Yeah, well, in March of 2022, 3 weeks after the war in Ukraine started, my dad and I went on a humanitarian mission with our temple to go to Ukraine and help people bring supplies and talk to people who were affected by this war. So we actually did go into Ukraine to bring supplies there to a hospital in need, but the way the book came about was we talked to people who had to flee Ukraine into Poland, and we talked to a little girl named Irina, and she told us her story about her cat and how she had lost or had to leave behind her cat, and the story of basically how the community came together to help her.
Oh, that must have been so inspiring for you to just see that impact of the community helping a little girl.
Yeah.
So tell me, really what impacted you most from that trip that you took? I can't even imagine what that experience must have been like for you.
Yeah. Well, seeing, talking to, and meeting people affected by the war really taught me the firsthand impacts of a conflict like this. It was, made everything very human. So that was one of the biggest impacts, and it made me really grateful to be living in America. I'm safe.
Wow. So, tell me about your volunteering effort, please, because this is quite incredible. So you're taking supplies over, you're on a mission in a war zone. You must have been concerned for your own safety as well.
Yeah, well, my dad and I went there, obviously, with all the supplies to deliver them, but we were a little concerned, but I think that because we saw the huge humanitarian impact, we thought that it was really our duty to do so, and it was such a great honor for us because two of my great-grandparents were born in Ukraine and had to flee 100 years ago, so it was really an honor for us to go back and help people who had to flee today.
Oh, that is so special. What do you hope readers take from your book?
Well, I hope that readers use Irina's story and children use Irina's story as a lens to understand global conflicts through a child's perspective. And I hope that kids that read the book can really relate to Irina and see how she was affected by the conflict.
Wow, this is really incredible. It's so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
so
you.
Great to hold your book in my hand, and it's one reader should pick up and really get an understanding of the global impact. So thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it, Trevor. All the best in all that you do. And you can get a copy of Finding Messi wherever books are sold.